Are we filming? We're filming.
Wait, are we filming? Because we've done this before and it wasn't filmed.
Yeah, we're filming.
Okay.
Hi! We're back! Unless this comes out before the last video, in which case,
We're here.
we're here for the first time. So I have Mikey here with me. He's my armor expert guy that I go to for armor. He just got in some new arms from Red Snake Armory. And we're going to talk about them. Then I'm going to hit him in them. And we're going to talk about how that felt. And that's basically it. That's this video. It's the entirety of what we're doing. So yeah, let's go over it. What did you get? What are these?
So I got a custom set of 14th century articulated arms. I forget, he's got specific coding on which designs are which on his website, which the link for his website is easily found on his Facebook page.
Red Snake Armory.
I love going to Red Snake because A, he's my boy, he's real fun to talk to, and B, it's really easy to customize each piece of even just this articulated arm. So I talked to him about how I wanted to lose weight but cover more of my arm than my old set. So I actually have 3 different thicknesses just in this one piece. I did 0.8 millimeter for the rear brace and the lames, 1 millimeter for the entire van brace piece, and then 1.2 for the actual elbow cup.
And this is all steel, right?
Yes, this is all 1045 hardened spring steel. I also liked going with this design because it gave more coverage of the bicep for my old one, and it was higher up, so it eliminated the gap I had between my pauldron and where my old rear brace sat. To quickly go over, all of the edges have just a simple, there's no rolled edge.
You should go like closer.
So this is
There's no rolled
so they can
edge
see
on
it.
most of these. On the inside of the van brace and the edge of the van brace are rolled, but at the tops here is just a simple filed edge, so it's not too sharp.
This pointy bit gonna get you?
The points are rounded slightly. I'm not too worried about it because, again, I also have gambeson on underneath, and gambesons are meant to stop things like that. If it ends up being an issue, a grinding wheel is quick little burst done, but I don't suspect it to be any type of issue. Next, I would go over the leather. It's simple strapping, which makes sense. It's pretty cheap for the kit that I'm getting. Red Snake has great prices. The leather, if it eventually gives out, I prefer going to Biothane after it breaks anyway.
This did not come punched, which I guess is nice if you like punching your own holes. I hated it.
I prefer punching my own holes because then it's even more like custom fit to you rather than having to decide which one you want. He also has leather to do the hinge piece, which I prefer because it's way easier to repair it if anything there gets messed up. It also gives it more of a fluid connection, I think, rather than the 2-point hinge system. Depending on your time period, it may or may not be more historical, but fuck AC anyway. They're a bunch of idiots. Not really. They're really smart in what they do. I just don't think it's good for the sport. The rivets are all super thick on the inside.
They come in, they can't see the rivets like that. Alright, cool.
They're all domed well. The nice finished edge is on the outside, so it looks prettier. He has his maker mark on there.
Are those rivets going to be a bitch to take off if they start to fail and you need to replace them, or?
No, so they're thicker, but he has so much of excess, which is causing the amount of doming. The actual shaft isn't too thick that you can't get it without. You can get it with just simple hand tools.
Okay. Is that at all an issue with it getting? Is it more likely to get sliced at all?
I don't think so. The amount of doming that's on the outside actually helps bounce the shots off. If for some reason like this is sticking out like that, it might catch. But again, it's a thicker shaft than a standard roofing nail, which is what I would then use to replace this because I'm cheap and don't get real rivets.
That's what these are, right?
Yes. So simple. This just holds the leather. Point it. Nice and easy. Also, I love that all of the buckles have traps for the leather, so the leather sits nice and even. It doesn't flap around.
Yeah, it's a nice little extra bit.
And the leather hinge has 4 rivets on either side, which is more than most do, so it actually holds up longer. And I like the articulation because it can close all the way, but I can't hyperextend my elbow, which is really important to me because I am a small boy and I end up grappling a lot of big guys, which is not fun.
On the inside, there's this little hole right there. I don't know if that's you can.
So
So where there's this leather, what's this for? There's a cut out.
So there's actually tabs that go farther in, and this keeps it from putting the pressure on just the leather. So if my arm is in there and it is flexing outward, it's actually putting pressure on the tabs of the steel of the inside van brace piece to the outside van brace piece, rather than putting all of that pressure on the leather itself.
So it should last a little bit longer.
Exactly.
Nice.
Leather has less stress to it, therefore it's less likely to tear or wear out.
Cool. How do you like the shaping on this piece?
I love the shaping. I've worn it for a little bit of practice. It's still not pointed properly.
I can't see you. Yeah, hold it up or back up.
I love the shaping personally. I specifically requested this to be higher so that it would get underneath my pauldron. It's not a tulip van brace like my old set, which actually works better in my opinion because it's more historical this way, but also because there's more room for my forearm to move within it, because no sliding rivets, so the arm moves inside of the armor rather than the armor moving with. It's easier for production, and where the tulip van braces look cool, it's just not needed.
Oh, we got cops. Is even cooler. They will come here later when I miss and hit Mikey in the head.
Another thing I like, and it could just be for looks, but the inner van brace here actually has sets of holes that are extra and 2 rivets that just sit there so that when it is locked in, that rivet piece attaches to that hole and it causes it to catch there just a little bit, so that when it's pulling, it's not just on the leather. There's a little bit of rivet on that hole, so it kind of stops it from putting too much pressure on the leather throughout the whole piece.
That's nice. I think. He also painted the inside, as we can see. So it's
that
not
came painted already.
Yes.
Some of the paint has gone away because I'm currently in the process of about to blacken it. Because again, I don't care about UAC.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like blackening probably was historical. Fuck you guys.
So I'm going to touch it up again after I blacken the outside, but it came painted already from him, so that's always nice.
In case you are unaware, paint prevents rust.
Yes,
So,
which
like-
is really important on the inside because that's sitting against the gambeson.
So that's usually where the rust starts before it gets out to the outside and then destroys everything. And then you look like me. Which is not actually, doesn't help you fight. Looking like a rust knight is not actually helpful.
It's actually bad for armor maintenance, which, if your armor maintenance is low, can actually cause an armor failure, which is bad.
Yes.
Really bad. Not just for you, but also for your team.
Yes. Anyway.
Let's throw this on.
Yeah. Yeah, right there.
Alright. So, I don't have my points placed on my gambeson yet, because again, new armor, but I do have the leather cuffs, so it's keeping it in approximately the right spot. You can see I have really good movement. I don't feel any type of restriction, and where I place my cuffs will make it so my gauntlets will fit just fine. So now we're going to hit me.
We're going to back up that here. So they start with the 3-set, light, medium, hard. If hard's not bad, you might get an ankle. The light, medium, anything, do you even notice? All
I
right.
barely even noticed it's hitting me.
And then we're also do up here. And this is the hard.
I felt it, but it's not an axe.
Yeah. So we have just minor marking, a little, maybe a dent from the really hard one. It's not significant, so that's good. And that was, you're never going to sit there and just let someone tee off. Please never just let someone tee off on you. All right, like, Right? Nothing? We have no marking yet. Medium. A little scraping, but no mark. We're going to go hard. Ready?
Yep. Okay.
A little bit in there. No feel?
Yeah.
All right.
Feels fine.
All right.
Also, the rear brace, like I said earlier, is 0.8 millimeter, whereas the van brace is 1 millimeter. So, slight difference there. But nothing noticeable while getting hit.
We're going to do something stupid and we're going to try handling it.
Done it enough times.
Anything?
I felt it, but it didn't hurt.
Cool. So overall, really good craftsmanship. Gonna be great for any singles. Probably really good for bow hurt if your roll is not heavy tank. If your roll is heavy tank, I think you want to maybe slightly thicker armor.
Which he also supplies.
Right. So overall, good armor, but these are definitely your flanker arms. But these are great hybrid arms. You definitely use these for duels.
Yeah, which is what I'm going to use it for.
And as well as bow hurt, as long as you are not planning on taking a shit ton of views. And even there, it'll hold up, right? Like, you're seeing very minimal marking. So very minimal marking. So it will take a little abuse, but your armor is meant to take that abuse. That's what it's there for. So we like them.
Yeah.
2 thumbs.
Yeah, Red Snake's my boy. Tell him I sent you.
Okay. That's the video. It's good.